God's timing isn't always our timing. He may not work things out the way we planned, but He is working things out for better.
The COVID-19 pandemic has really changed everything in the world, from our basic routinary way of living to celebration of big events has suddenly shifted to new normal.
Senior high school graduation and junior high school moving up ceremony are joyous, not only because it culminates another year of learning discovery, perseverance, and passionate work among our learners. It also caps off another year of successful collaboration with parents, teachers, and education officials.
Amidst the restriction brought by the COVID-19 pandemic, Marolotan High School take part to celebrate with you the academic milestone of our learners. This may not be the ideal ceremony, but it is definitely worth the joy and celebration.
To our school's division superintendent, Dr. Rachel Arliana,
To our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Mary Julie A. Cruz.
to our Public Schools District Supervisor, Mr. Roland M. Mabitasan,
To our Teacher in Charge, Mr. Joelson C. Rosario.
friends,
Teachers,
parents,
guests,
completers, and graduates.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 4th Senior High School Commencement Exercises and Moving Up Virtual Ceremony with the theme Strengthening the Quality Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic.
Let us put ourselves in the spirit of patriotism as we sing the Philippine National Anthem, to be followed by the singing of Vizcaya Hymn and Dupax del Sur Hymn.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang binirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka masisigil, sa nagagang tunog sa simoy at sa langit ng pagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng atawan mo'y tagumpay na nagtitigil, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may magtitigil. Lumanang araw ng warhabit pagsikap, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga akin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Ginget nga ayan, tital na ken ragsak, ken amma nga, itantanok anak, patagturod nga, namayeng meng, mang tedrag o gagetti agtaeng, bimalitok, taytayak makita, nang sek akay, kayot bantay syera, ayos di magat, upog sa linas, o Vizcaya nga, imnas. Dagham nga anak mo, Vizcaya, si tatak neng si Wawa waya. Biag idaton mi ken kaviskaya, si pupudno kam ken ko. Tawagay way mo viskaya, itagay mi awan dwa-dwa. Dayaw mo tiin kam, tula ikan kanta, dungdung wen mi avis kaya. Dakam nga anak mo viskaya, si tatak neng si wawaya-waya. Biag idaton mi ken kaviskaya, si pupudno kam ken ko. Tawagay way mo viskaya, itagay mi awan dwa-dwa. Dayaw mo tin kam, tula ikan kanta, dungdung wen mi avis kaya.
Joy siya san bebeyoy, an maserot poda. Tahuan loman, mansin aam tara. Muna si sinay, rini busandar. Loman mahalang, mansin aarura. Dupax del sur, bebe mi ang pinili. Dupax del sur, bebe min inarumi. Joy si asan bebe oy, an maserot pota. Simpiyo o siyam, ri barangay nar. Nan bobon tribo, himalin ni Beyoy. Ampay lamutay, mansin dara-dara. Dupax del sur, bebe mi ang pinili. Dupax del sur, bebe mi inarumi. Joy si asan bebe yoy, an maserot poda. Mihalang chen bebe yoy, inatori Diyosar. Ingatan tao, tamarin mi or-orong. Muna si sinay, inablemin bebeyoy. Dupax del sur, bebe mi ang pinili. Dupax del sur, bebe mi inarumi. Dupax del sur, bebe mi ang pinili. Dupax del sur, bebe mi inarumi. Bebe mi inarumi.
Let us feel the presence of our Almighty God through an invocation to be led by Mr. Charlito B. Marso Jr.
Father God, we thank you for this memorable occasion that we have right now, which is the 2021 Virtual Junior High School Moving Up Ceremony and Senior High School Graduation. Thank you for allowing us to pursue a quality education amidst the pandemic. Thank you for the guidance and the wisdom that you provide us even in toughest time like this. Lord, We ask you to give us more strength as we go through the hard times brought about by the pandemic, so that we will be able to cope and rise. Bless the teachers who are trying their best to impart knowledge to the learners, despite the trials that we are facing right now. Guide the learners, especially the graduates, as they go on with their journey so that they will be able to succeed in life, no matter how hard the challenges that they encounter. Lord, we know that we are not perfect. We ask for your forgiveness for the shortcomings that we have committed. We give you back the highest praise, glory, and honor. In Jesus' name, amen.
To formally open this momentous occasion, let us have Mr. Walter R. Campu, Teacher 3, Education Program Coordinator.
To our Schools Division Superintendent, Madam Rachel Arellana, to our District Supervisor, Sir Roland R. Mabitasan, to our Teacher in Charge, Sir Joelson C. Rosario, to the CHS faculty and staff, parents, completers, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to everyone. It had been 1 year since the pandemic started. This had brought a large impact and lots of changes into everyone's life. Everything became challenging for each of us. We can no longer do our routines the usual way because we are avoiding the risk that the pandemic might bring us. Even the teaching and learning process became challenging. We could no longer teach the learners through face-to-face. With the distance learning, teachers are being hard up in delivering the lessons to the learners, and the learners are also hard up in absorbing the lessons. However, despite the challenges that we encountered, we still managed to make teaching and learning process in the new normal time a successful one. This had proven that it's not the pandemic that could kill the dreams of the learners, because they are brave enough to pursue their goals even if the whole world is covered with fear, and there are courageous teachers who are always willing to impart knowledge and wisdom to the learners even during the risky times. With those sacrifices, which I have witnessed from every one of us, I would like to congratulate the completers, graduates, parents, stakeholders, and the teachers. We are all warriors in the time of pandemic. Once again, good morning and God bless us all.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning, and you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as Your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
My cordial greetings to all. During these tough times, as we operate within imperfect circumstances, we see the unfolding of one of the most beautiful things ever made on earth, the success of our young people in their academic journey as they inch day by day towards their dreams. To our dear learners, without a doubt, during these trying times, the struggles have been real and the challenges almost insurmountable. Today, we witness sense of purpose, direction, and meaning winning over every sign of difficulty that came your way as you toiled ceaselessly in the vineyard of education. Our theme this year is strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic in a huge way recognizes our strength as people who cannot be floored by even the strongest of challenges. In fact, we have proven that together, working for a common vision, we are an armada of strong-willed individuals who cannot be swayed and discouraged by tribulations. Thanks for that deep sense of motivation that makes half the job accomplished. We have also shown that innovative minds always rule the day, and that makes us prepared to confront each challenge that will beset us. The years do not promise an easy journey, and with the threat of the pandemic still lurking around, the going will get tough, and the tough must keep going. And the spirit cannot be broken and will surely prevail. It is an irrefragable fact that despite our cling to varied ways of life, we have shown how united we can be in advancing the common agenda in education. We have done our share in realizing our ultimate goal of producing holistically developed K-12 basic education curriculum graduates who are not only knowledgeable and competent, but also value-laden and discerning. We are diverse in culture, and so we may have varied performances in all that we do, but we share a common goal: to be the best version of ourselves so we can be of help to others in the best way we can. Our sense of shared destiny has allowed us to bend without breaking, to attune our actions and efforts to the agenda of national leadership. But it too proved that we can do so without diminishing our long-held principles, that indeed it takes a village to raise a child. Each one of us, no matter how diverse, is a strand in the colorful fabric of human civilization. This is the value that we want you, our dear graduates, to embrace and be proud of. Our sense of identity, either on a regional or national landscape, must remain an important consideration in achieving our goals, and compromising it to favor new thoughts and ways of thinking must never be an option. We must continue to prove the world that even in the face of a dreaded pandemic, quality education can have its way through. The Department of Education Region 2 has unambiguously laid down in its Regional Education Development Plan all its projects, programs, and activities that shall inspire service above self and only about the future of learners who shall eventually assume significant roles in nation building. May you continue to be a proof that the kind of education our country is one for the world to share. Congratulations, dear parents, dear teachers, and to all of you learners. Mabuhay kayong lahat!
completion of our K-12 basic education program through the delivery of the most essential learning competencies and the 21st century teaching turned community and home-based learning through our printed modules and digital technology. We manifested innovative and principled leadership in schools with our school heads and teachers moving heaven and earth so that they may serve and deliver the necessary self-learning modules and learning activity sheets our learners need. We work persistently on building partnership with our stakeholders for our school and learners' necessities, from the generation of resources for our learning materials to the maintenance of safety, readiness, cleanliness, and orderliness of our schools. We see how things have changed. Today, growth and positive shift and transformation brought by the pandemic times are evident in our schools, in the way we serve and deliver. This has, for everyone, brought a sense of solidarity and unified spirit, a feeling of pride on the many accomplishments attained. We remain optimistic of the new talents, new interests and adaptations, of old repertoire being replaced by new, of former understanding being superseded with new knowledge. Amid the COVID-19 threat, we still live in a wonderful and vibrant community, helped along through by the unending love and dedicated work of all of you great men and women of DepEd. Our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, our chiefs, supervisors, specialists, school heads, head teachers, master teachers, other teachers, related teaching and non-teaching staff. I always say that an institution can only become as great as its people. Evidently, SDO Nueva Vizcaya have formed a roster of accomplished individuals that you are today, making true of our vision of a great Department of Education. We too pay tribute to the effort and sacrifices and love of our parents, our local government, unit and barangay officials have exemplified this special school year. We express appreciation to these empowered individual contributors who took the chance as opportunity to be of greater assistance to our school and community. Let these noteworthy actions from these commendable people be a legacy of brilliant and steadfast service. May it flourish and may it propel the succeeding school years to glorious feat and triumph. For those key actors to derive inspiration from in vanquishing present challenges and actively shaping a brighter future for our Novo Vizcayano children. This year's graduation and moving up is also a time of celebration and thanksgiving. Dear movers and graduates, our young people who are our hope, look back with joy and gratefulness to the sacrifices made and resilience exhibited during this year's challenging time of COVID-19 era, of no class, face-to-face interaction, of social distancing and face masks, of modules with its production, delivery, and retrieval, of radio-based and TV-based instructions, of lessons using tech gadgets, of virtual classes and online monitoring, of mobile teaching, home visitation and class homes, of your parents as teachers, and many more new instances of engagement so that your education will continue. You celebrate with pride at all that you have accomplished, experienced, learned, and overcome, and thank the Lord and all the people who have helped and supported you along the way, especially your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Today, you, dear graduates and movers, should also look forward with confidence, for you are tested by the conditions of the time. Go forward, onward and toward to use all your gained knowledge and experience, talents and abilities, all your creativity and energy honed by this pandemic situation to find a way to continue to enrich and better yourself so that you can contribute meaningfully to your community tomorrow. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. It is a bright path ahead of you. May our dear God bless you always, and my heartfelt congratulations. We at the Department of Education, SDO Nueva Vizcaya are proud co-workers and witnesses as we again reach this part of the year with so many harvests and accomplishments and much to celebrate. I wish you a happy day and a meaningful gathering. Long live everyone!
Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Ang pagtatapos ay isang masayang selebrasyon at okasyon kung saan nararamdaman natin ang iba't ibang emosyon para sa ating mga magsisipagtapos. Saya, tuwa, galak ang nadarama dahil sa tagumpay na nakamit ng mga mag-aaral na ito sa mga taon nilang pakikipagbuno sa kanilang pag-aaral. Ang selebrasyon ng tagumpay na ito ay hindi lamang para sa sarili, para sa eskwelahan, ngunit selebrasyon ng buong komunidad. Truly, it's a major cause for a celebration for having reaped the rewards of success. My dear learners, you are truly blessed for having reached this far in your education. You have so many people to look back onto and to say thank you, for without them, you will not graduate today. Sa ating mga minamahal na guro, maraming salamat sa inyong pagbibigay ng walang kondisyon na pag-aaruga at pagmamahal sa mga mag-aaral natin. Thank you for having given your talent, time, and even treasures to your learners. Thank you for patiently leading them the way towards learning, for equipping them with the skills that they need, life skills that will make them productive citizens and future nation builders. For spending so much time in preparing the modules, activity sheets, and learning materials. Your efforts were not in vain. Look at your product. I hope and I pray that you have not only been filled, dear learners, with the right skills and with enough knowledge, but more importantly, with the right attitude. Napakahalaga ang mga itinuturo ng ating mga guro na wastong pag-ugali at tamang asal. Napakahalaga ng pagiging marunong makipagkapwa-tao. Saan ka man mapunta, tumanda ka man at magkapamilya, hindi ang talino mo ang magdadala sa iyo sa tagumpay, kundi ang mabuting asal, your character, your attitude, which our dear teachers and your parents have nurtured within you. Our theme, Kalidad ng Edukasyon, Patatagin sa Gitna ng Pandemya, speaks of how the resiliency of our teachers and the grit of our learners in having surpassed the challenges of COVID-19. Nothing can stop our teachers from doing their vocation. And so my heartfelt thanks to our teachers, our heroes without capes. Our parents are the most important persons in our life, and today, no one can surpass their feeling of happiness, and no one can ever outrun what they have gone through this year, taking on the dual roles of parent and teacher. Sa inyo pong mga magulang, maraming salamat dahil naging posible na magpatuloy ang edukasyon sa gitna ng pandemya dahil sa inyo. To our learners, you are very fortunate for having such great parents. To all the stakeholders of this school, the barangay captain and his officials, and the entire community, to the Parents Teachers Association, president, officers, and members, thank you for supporting the programs, projects, and activities of this school. Your school is beautiful, is progressive, and mirrors your collaboration and support. Hindi po kaya ng ating principal at ng mga kaguruan na itaguyod ang ating eskwelahan. Kailangan nila kayo. At maraming salamat dahil ang pagbabayanihan at volunteerism ay naramdaman sa eskwelahang ito. And now I pose the challenge to you, dear learners. Continue what you have started. Today is not the end, but just the beginning of more challenges to come as a student. Your school and teachers have equipped you with all that you need to handle the next level of your education. The things you have learned through your modules should not just stay in your head. It should be translated into productive work. As education is learning, you should apply what you have learned. It's not what you know that matters. It's what you do with what you know. Your parents are there behind you and beside you to give all that you need, even if it costs their life, kasi mahal nila kayo. Huwag niyong sayangin ang pagkakataong ito. I hope the time will not come that you will say, sana pinagbuti ko ang pag-aaral ko. Do your best. Continue studying hard. Pahalagahan ninyo ang sakripisyo ng inyong mga magulang. A few months from now, you will enter a higher level of learning. While you are listening now, you should know by now the direction that you will take. There's no reason for you not to continue your education because public education is free. Dream big and start doing something to make your dreams come true. With your parents, your teachers, your school, and the Department of Education supporting you, and with God's grace, you can be what you want to be. Dear learners, the Department of Education, the school's division office of Nueva Vizcaya, through the leadership of our school's division superintendent, Dr. Rochelle Llana, assures you that we will continue and never stop providing you with a high quality of education that you all deserve this pandemic. You will soon be entering the real world, and our schools are ready to prepare you for that big day, our future nation builders. Remember that you can always choose your battles. You can be losers, you can be failures, or you can be winners and survivors. Your success lies in the choices that you make, to do or not to do, to be or not to be. Your future depends on the decisions and actions that you will take. To you, dear graduates of 2021, congratulations. God bless you on your next journey. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
To do the honors of presenting this year's candidates for graduation, may we have Joelson C. Rosario, Teacher 3, Teacher in charge of Carolotan High School, to be followed right away by certification of the candidates for moving up by Mr. Roland M. Mabitasan, Public Schools District Supervisor.
I have the honor to present to you the candidates for completion of Carolotan High School this school year 2020-2021, composed of 18 boys and 13 girls with a total of 31. I hereby petition the Office of the Public Schools District Supervisor, Roland M. Mabitasan, to certify the completion of the requirements of the completers. Sir.
To the Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Rachel R. Llana, upon the presentation of your high school principal, I further certify that these candidates for the moving up ceremony in this prestigious School of Learning, I further certify that they have satisfactorily completed the requirements for them to enroll in the senior high school curriculum this coming school year 2021-2022.
Ladies and gentlemen, the junior high school completers of Carolotan High School for the school year 2020-2021. Aquino Jasper Lloyd G.
Bombongan Jeff C.
Joseph Johnny C.
Rojan E.
Fernandez Romel A.
Gaspar Gary W.
Gaspar Rovic B.
Ingo Lopez N.
Ingo Ray A.
Lakias Jeremy W.
Lakyas Marvin B.
Laoyan Moises A.
Legaspi Jester L.
Omas Judel G. With honors.
Sinakay Erwin C.
Tainan Anrey B.
Vilde Mark Anthony O.
Villanueva Jandel P.
Baatan Gemma C.
Banyaga Jeza N.
Hapang Joy C.
Ignacio Emira Joy L. With honors.
Ingo Lorenza N.
Ingo Rodeza N.
Miral Ethel A.
Paay Jezebel I.
Paay Jovelyn K.
Pagsol Danica A.
Rodriguez Charmaine Claire I. With honors.
Sanagan Sita K.
Indaan Edsel C. With honors. Now, let us witness the presentation of the candidates for graduation by Mr. Joelson C. Rosario, Teacher 3. Teacher in charge of Carolatan High School, to be followed right away by certification of the candidates for graduation by Mr. Roland M. Mabitasan, Public Schools District Supervisor, and the confirmation of the candidates for graduation by Rachel R. Liana, PhD, CESO 6, Officer in Charge, Office of the Schools Division Superintendent.
I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation of Carolotan High School this school year 2020-2021, composed of 14 boys and 11 girls with a total of 25. I hereby petition the Office of the District Supervisor, Roland M. Mabitasan, to certify the completion of the requirements of these candidates. Sir,
To the Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Rachel Arliana, I have the honor to certify these candidates for graduation of the senior high school curriculum. I further certify that they have satisfactorily completed the prescribed requirements for the senior high school curriculum. Hence, I petition your office for their confirmation.
As certified by your school heads that you have satisfactorily completed and complied with the requirements prescribed for senior high school under the K-12 Basic Education Program as your school's division superintendent by the authority vested in me by the Secretary of Education, I now accept and confirm you graduates of school year 2020-2021.
Today's affair is being graced by a special man who will in a minute deliver his words of wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, let us listen to the inspirational message of our guest speaker, Engineer Risti J. Inosiaan.
Thank you for inviting me to speak today. I'm very pleased to be here to join you in celebrating this wonderful occasion. First of all, congratulations to all of you. You should be very proud of yourself for accomplishing this goal. To the families of those graduating, congratulations to you. And you should know that your support through this process made an enormous impact. I'm sure you're very proud of your graduates as they close this portion of their lives and prepare for the next step of their dreams. Graduation is one of those steps in life that defines coming of age and the ending of one era of life. At baka iniisip nyo, porke graduate na kayo ng senior high, ay dito na din magtatapos ang mga pag-aaral nyo. Isipin nyo na hanggat kaya kayong pag-aralin ng mga magulang nyo ay mag-aaral pa rin kayo at abutin nyo ang mga pangarap nyo sa buhay. At huwag nyo rin sayangin ang oportunidad na binibigay ng mga magulang nyo at huwag nyong sirain ang tiwala nila sa inyo. Mag-focus lang kayo hanggang maabot nyo ang mga pangarap nyo sa buhay. Sa panahon nyo ngayon, alam kong mahirap dahil sa tinatawag nating new normal. Nagbago na kasi ang lahat ng paraan ng pag-aaral. Pati na ang ating mga magulang ay nadadamay para tulungan tayo sa ating pag-aaral. Nais kong ibahagi sa inyo kung paano ko narating kung anong meron ako ngayon. Nagsikap ako sa pag-aaral simula nung nangibang bansa ang aking mga magulang upang iahon kami sa kahirapan at makapag-aral kami. Mahirap ang mag-aral ng malayo sa mga magulang, pero dahil sa dedikasyon at mga payo ng aking mga magulang at mga payo na rin ng aking mga kamag-anak, nakapagtapos kaming magkakapatid. Naging inspirasyon ko ang aking mga magulang sa aking pag-aaral at nung pumasa ako sa board examination, nakita ko ang ngiti at saya sa kanilang mukha. Kasi ang hirap na dinanas nila sa ibang bansa at ang mga plano nila para sa amin ay nagbunga. Kaya dapat kayo mga ading ko, mag-aral kayo ng mabuti kasi in the end, kayo rin lang ang makikinabang. And now, you have taken a key towards your successful future and also the betterment of your family and your community. You've worked hard, spending years to learn. Our complex and technical world requires education and skill that were not needed in the past. Ultimately, your well-educated generation will benefit us all in the future. Let me leave this thought from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. You are now armed with one of the most important tools needed to forge your path ahead. It's not the diploma itself that counts. It's about you've learned along the way and what you've do with the education you've gotten in your journey. Your future is in your hand and no one else sees this opportunity. Best of luck in all of your future endeavors. Again, congratulations graduates and good day.
Thank you, sir, for that very inspiring and witty message. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior high school graduates of Carolotan High School for the school year 2020-2021. Baglao Ray L.
Bani Joshua D.
Benito Romel W.
Widno Johnson E.
Fernandez Ricky T.
Gaspar Freddy W.
Gaspar Roel P.
Malimid Mark Ivan G.
Paay Jonathan K.
Panangwe Gilbert C.
San Andres Larry J. S.
Vinluan Jeric A.
Wacklin George Jr. G.
Wasit Eprilio L.
Ayaman Loreline B.
Belino Maricris C. with honors.
Camacho Jonabel O. with honors.
Duyagan Angelica M. with honors.
Itano Jolita B. with honors.
Luis Jennifer S.
Pagsol Ramila A. with honors.
Sanagan Desiree Joy A.
Sabbay Kim Sharina M. with honors.
si Nakay Severlin B.
Tabayoyong Jonna May O. with honors.
At this point, let us hear the words of gratitude from Kim Sharina M. Sebey, Academic Excellence Awardee with honors.
To our esteemed school head and teachers, our families and loved ones, especially to our parents who may not be experiencing to go up stage to get our diploma, fellow graduates, schoolmates, friends, and everyone who are watching our graduation right now in their phones, a pleasant morning to all. It is a great privilege for me to be standing here in front of your screen on behalf of our batch to express the happiness. This may not be our dream graduation setup, but we are so grateful that this day has come. We are still fighting a hard battle. This pandemic made us realize how important our health, our family, and most of all, how important our faith in God. We lost so many lives, and some of our parents lost their jobs, but we should trust God that in right time, our world will be healed. It is heartbreaking to be placed in a situation of our last opportunities to celebrate our achievements, hardships, and triumphs physically together will not be possible as of now. However, I want you all to look at these challenges in a positive way. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, the quality of education has strengthened. This is true because the pandemic gave us strong mind and soul to surpass the challenges in education and resulted to today's success. Today, as we celebrate our graduation, is another open. Remember that life do not stop when we achieve our goals. Instead, it is a beginning of more challenging yet exciting journey as we go forward in exploring the pathway to success. And as we celebrate our success, we must not forget to be grateful to all the people behind it. First, I would like to thank our alma mater, Carolatan High School, for being our second home. To the teachers who served as our second parents, thank you for the knowledge that you instilled in us. Thank you for building up our confidence in expressing our opinions and honing our skills and talents. Thank you for being a friend that we can share our stories and laugh with. Classmates, thank you for the roller coaster kind of journey together. Maybe if we didn't meet each other, our high school journey would be boring. Thank you for the tears and laughter that we shared together. Our hardships are finally paid off. To our parents, thank you so much for your sacrifices, the unending love and understanding that you are always giving to us. No one could ever surpass the things you can do to us. All the advices and lessons you taught us will be in our hearts forever. We know that a simple thank you is not enough to exchange your efforts and sacrifices for us. But we hope that this achievement will be a special gift for you for all that you did for us. Our only wish for you is to have a healthier and stronger bodies, because this is not the only achievement we want you to see. We want you to see also that we will graduate a degree in college and will give you a comfortable life. We hope that we made you proud, and may this success be your success too. Just like Dr. Benjamin Franklin said, without continual growth and progress, Such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning. So, to our fellow graduates and achievers of our grade levels, we must not be contented of what we achieved today. Instead, we must create our next goals and be ready to open the next chapter of our lives. Do not be afraid to dream high, because when we believe in ourselves, we will survive every hardships that may come in our lives. Life is a fight, and in that fight, it doesn't matter how hard we hit or how well we fight. What matters is how hard we can get hit and keep on fighting. Never be afraid to try. Follow what our hearts desires. If we believe in our faith, we'll see God open up new doors. Positive thinking will let us use the ability we have. So, take the chances and chase our dreams. Cheers to our achievements today.
Thank you, Kim, for that wonderful message.
To express their loyalty to their beloved alma mater, we will witness the pledge of loyalty to be led by Maricris C. Belino, Academic Excellence Awardee, with honors.
We, the graduates of Carolotan High School for the school year 2020-2021, do hereby solemnly pledge to uphold the high ideals and principles of our alma mater, such that I'll be worthy to render services to people and to my country. I will carry on what this institution has inculcated in me, and I will always work for its fame and glory. So help me God.
And now, to formally close this memorable occasion, let us all listen to Mrs. Criselda I. Acosta, Teacher 3 and SSG Advisor, for her closing remarks.
To all the graduates present here today in this momentous event, I commend you for the hard works you put in reaching what you have achieved today. As graduates, do not think that learning will stop here. Consider this graduation day as a gateway to higher level of learning. There would always be trials along the way. But if you are determined to fight for your dreams, nothing is impossible. You could reach your dreams even there is a pandemic that tries to scare you, that tries to rob your future. This school year is very challenging, yet I would say that it is another successful year for all of us. Congratulations to all parents and teachers for a job well done in raising such successful students. I would like also to take this opportunity to thank our stakeholders, barangay officials, and the community to make this school year a successful one. Pinadapa man tayo ng pandemya, pero pagsama-sama, kayang-kaya. Good day, God bless, mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you, Madam.
Carolotan High School faculty and staff.
Ilang tulog na lang, pasukan na naman, nangangamba at nag-aalangan sa panganib na baka mahawaan. Wag nang matakot, back to school na yan. Tara na, mag-back to school na tayo. Ituloy ang pangarap sa gitna ng uno. Hindi hadlang anumang delubyo. Huwag mag-alinlangan, wala lang si Diyos. Ligtas na bakuna para sa balik eskwela. Pamilya, paaralan, pamayan ay protektado. Lahat tayo'y lalaban, ikaw at ako. Sama-sama na gawin natin ang bida. At ano nga ba ang bida? B. Bawal ang walang mask. I. Isanitize ang kamay. D. Dumistansya ng 1 metro. At A. Alamin ang totoong impormasyon. Tara, makibida tayo! Ilang tulog na lang, pasukan na naman, nangangamba at nag-aalangan sa panganib na baka mahawaan. Huwag nang matakot, back to school na yan. Ligtas na bakuna para sa balik eskwela. Pamilya, paaralan, pamayan ay protektado. Lahat tayo'y lalaban, ikaw at ako. Sama-sama na gawin natin ang bida. Ligtas na bakuna para sa balik eskwela. Pamilya, paaralan, pamayan ay protektado. Lahat tayo'y lalaban, ikaw at ako. Sama-sama na, sama-sama na gawin natin ang bida.
Ang paalalang to ay hatid sa inyo ng SDO Nueva Vizcaya. Aha, best kaya!